everyone, and welcome to this episode of Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Jaron Rosien. Our producer is Nick Steffens. Our publisher is Matt Bryant, and we're part of the Southeast Iowa Union. On today's show, we will have Rachel Fishback, who wears multiple hats: photographer, marketer, building renovator. After the break, we'll look forward to a conversation with her. On Monday, we'll have guest Lane Weirick from Snap Delivered. If you have a birthday shout-out, local event, anniversary, or anything we need to know, please put it in the chat or email washialive@gmail.com. If you're watching live and you have a question for our guest or myself, feel free to also stick that in the chat, and we'll interact as we go. Nick?
Don't ask me any questions.
No questions for you?
Yeah.
Wait, we should ask questions. What's happened to your home and your car?
So the basement situation was because the sewer was backed up. And I made the mistake of trying to, the drain, I figured it was backed up, so I tried to plunger it and at least get something moving. And that just made the basement smell like
sewage?
Sewage, yeah. But that got fixed. Smith Plumbing came over and fixed that for me.
So that was on your side of the line? That was not a city?
It was, the plumbing guy said it was down the street, but it's all, I'm the one house, and that's all businesses around me.
Well, this is so better than the water heater leaking.
Yes.
And other things, I guess.
And then my car is currently at Ross Auto. Just got the call before the show that they're fixing it, so it should be ready probably, I don't know. It's just the purge solenoid, so probably an hour.
All right, solving problems.
Yep.
Weekend plans? Anything exciting?
Not exciting, not really. Kind of just staying in. Especially after I just have to spend a bunch of money on fixing my car.
Oh, welcome to adulthood. That's how it goes. My calendar's not too bad. I think I have a bunch of work obligations, but I also made I'm accompanying the middle school choir on their winter concert on January the 9th, which I said yes to Kayla Winger about 3 months ago.
As a singer?
No, piano. No, I'm not going to sing with them. But we've had our first rehearsal. It's been interesting.
Yeah, you might take them down an octave if you did the singing.
You do have high voices. Yeah. There's 6th grade, and then there's a 7th and 8th grade. It's taken me back because they're in the same choir room that I had music in as a high schooler because the buildings got switched around.
Yeah.
So it's kind of surreal.
Yeah, I didn't do puberty didn't do my singing voice any favors, so I didn't sing past 5th grade.
Well, then castrato. All right, that's a whole different thing. Let's focus. Right now, it's kind of cold out, 24 degrees. Feels like 17.
Kinda.
I don't know. That doesn't seem. Maybe there's not a lot of wind, so it's not too bad.
I was grumpy this morning, especially walking from Ross the 2 blocks down to here.
Oh, I see. Oh. I had noticed that it was a little slow at the restaurant last night because I think weather.
Yeah.
But then I'm in that mode where it doesn't matter what it is. There's stuff to do. You get it done. It's just, it is what it is. Hey, local events. When Rachel comes on, we're going to talk about a February 9th event for Galentine's. I'll plug, I have live music coming back to JP's on January 14th with the premiere of Fatback Boys. Or actually, I guess they played one other time. But it's a spinoff of Aces and Eights. It has Todd Patterson and Joe Nichols, and kind of an acoustic little rundown. So that'll be fun. And then we have an acoustic show on the 28th. So more on that in another show, but looking forward to having some music back.
I heard some good things about the jazz the other night. Heard some.
Oh, it was smooth, yeah. And it was on New Year's Eve, and it was not too. It was the right amount of capacity, kind of with Ryan's show, not standing room only, but full. So thanks for bringing it up. Happy to be in that mode. Happy to not be in the police report as well. There's a few. On the 4th, we have 4 calls for service at the same house. Looks like there's some issues there that need to be resolved. Documentation of a resident pushing another. Nothing criminal had occurred. Again, with the pushing, stealing narcotics. So a lot of repeats in the same address that needs some attention. And then in the southern part of the county, we have a caller reporting a subject who's been staying with them is refusing to leave. 9213 spoke with both parties over the phone. The issue was resolved, and there should be no further problems.
Did you ever read the children's book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie?
Yes.
Reminds me of that. You let someone stay, and you just can't get rid of them.
I did hear something kind of funny on some radio show. It was talking about when people want their holiday guests to leave, and how long is too long. And I think it's what the days are. It's different for everyone, but
yeah, I feel like if, let's say it's Christmas, right? You get there before Christmas Eve, you stay Christmas Eve, Christmas. You get a day, and then after that, you need to get out of there.
I think the study was 2 days, and by day 3, everyone's ready for a to get back to their own space. Yesterday, as police report, there was an accident on Highway 92 and Underwood. Lots of people responded. There was an initial trap, but then there wasn't a trap, and no one was injured, happily. At the Wayland Road, we had a report of a truck in blue Durango going into the ditch, and no injuries as well. The roads were slick yesterday. We had someone turning themselves in on a warrant. We had striking of a deer. We had a report of a pile of smoldering items on a property. Caller was concerned it was too close to the structure and the wind was blowing. The fire department responded and extinguished the fire. On 190th, we had a fire in the utility room of a hog shed. They paged out fire to address it and make sure everything was fine. I think they cut in, used a camera, and made sure everything was fine. A couple others before we go to break. We had a deputy report a subject is needing assistance with a door at the car wash. 9217 advised he assisted them in closing the door. Not sure what's going on there. And then finally, we had in Crawfordsville, caller reports a popping, crackling noise coming from a motor running near an alleyway by a church and the Windstream Place in Crawfordsville. Caller is concerned because there are 2 LP tanks nearby. The building belongs to Windstream, who had a ticket already opened due to the alarms going off. 9221 and the Crawfordsville Fire Chief responded. The power and gas were shut off to the building until a technician could respond.
So that's
some interesting
they got that
things.
figured out.
So nothing too wild in the last 2 days of the police report. Of course, the stats were 10 in traffic, 5 in public service, 4 in assault, 3 2s and 1s for the rest of the list. Happily, fairly calm.
We'll see how this weekend plays out.
Absolutely. Anything else before we go to break?
I do not believe so.
Hey, stick around on this episode of Washington Live. Rachel Fishback after the break.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
Hey, Andrea, where do polar bears keep their money?
I don't know.
In a snowbank.
You know, it's not a question of what all you have and so on with your life. It's who is in your life and how much you care for them and how much they care for you. And Tammy definitely cares.
Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm Jaron, that's Nick, and our guest today is Rachel. Hey, Rachel.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Rachel is a top fan. She snaps me every once in a while saying that we should get tank top swag with Washington Live logoing or other stuff.
I do. Like, you guys need some merch.
Well, thanks for being a top fan. And you wear so many hats. We're excited to talk about some of them. One as photographer, other your job in marketing, and then you also renovated a building in the downtown, I understand.
Yes.
So we'll talk about some of that history, but first, you brought some things with you. Let's talk about that.
You wanted me to talk about some of my photography. So these are some gallery prints. I go around downtown or events that are happening and take pictures. It's just kind of peaceful for me to do that.
And it's beautiful. Will you hold one up and show it to the camera?
Sure.
Nick will put it on this one right here.
So yeah, this is the courthouse tower, and I love our fountain. And so this was.
And this is in the winter.
The winter, yeah.
Beautiful.
So yeah. Anyways, I ordered some of those if people would like to order them or buy one.
How would someone connect with you? In the chat today, or do you have a Facebook page?
Just have them comment on the chat, I guess, and I can reach out to them with my gallery wrap sizes and what's for sale.
Well, in the vein of photography, I've never asked you this before, but how did you get into it? What was the lead into your skills and your interest in photography?
When I was little, my dad, it still stands out in my brain. He told me to take pictures because you never get that time back. And cool. Then I started working for Linda Drish. We all lived in Brighton at the time. That was when her studio was down there. And that's kind of what got me started into it. And I love taking pictures of irises and barns when I was younger.
Okay.
And so,
do you still have a passion for the iris and the barn, or has it kind of
No,
changed?
I just love taking pictures of whatever looks pretty to me. So
you've really caught it in these two, and I recall a fantastic photo in memorial of when the ladder truck had the flag, and the day was just perfect, and the ripple and the wind, and you just really nailed it.
Yeah.
That was an excellent photo, I recall.
Thank you. Yeah, no, and then I donate the pictures and files to the Main Street and Chamber to Michelle in case they want to use them in marketing stuff. But yeah.
No, that's perfect. Which is why, I mean, I love that collaboration. In the same category of that, you mentioned this event with Main Street on February 9th. What is this event?
So Sam contacted me last week. They're doing a Galentine's event. I think it's February 9th. They're going to be putting out stuff here in the next week or two.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Main Street, the chocolate walk that they do in the fall.
Sure.
But they're going to be featuring all of the murals, the murals downtown, which I have some on my building, just kind of for selfie opportunities to walk around. And you have one too.
I do have one on my building. We have the brand new one with Washington. Let's show the pictures of your building murals.
Well, you got to walk me through these ones.
Sure.
Is this one that's on your building?
It is.
Okay.
So I love painting angel wings, and my daughter Riley and I worked on painting that on one of my walls.
I think we have a picture of the painting in progress as well. Yeah. Oh, here's another one. Also angel wings. Or are they?
So yeah, there's Riley.
Nice, yeah.
When we were painting. Washington Lumber, huge shout out. They always hook me up with some great paint colors when I come in there with random requests.
No, that's beautiful. Any other murals on your building? Are those the two main ones?
Yeah, and then the other one, the butterfly, that was kind of me starting it. That's in the back alley. So
Back alley.
I love our alleys, and I love painting, and I love your mural. I just
and they're
think
unique. And then there's the one by, was it Nails and Hair 2?
Yes.
That came up, and I think more to come as well. Really taking fire. Yeah.
I love it. So.
While we're on the topic of your building, we have some pictures of that. You wear a hat as having done a building renovation in a historic building. And what was your building originally?
So I did some research on it back. It used to be the Kiefer building in the 19-teens, 20s.
Okay.
Then the Stewart family bought it. This is what it looked like when I bought it. This is the second story, a storage room. It had 2 apartments up there. And then after Stewart's, Mangold.
So you gutted and made it all into one loft?
It was kind of gutted. That room was kind of gutted when I got it.
Oh, wow.
It was full of old appliances because then it became Mangold's and then Archer's was there. And so that was full of appliances, thank God. I thought I was going to inherit all those old appliances. But they ended up getting them out of there for me. So there's just some really cool history to the building, and I found out more when it was on the tour of homes in 2019.
Because you ran into someone that was able to share some history with you. Let's show one of the after photos with the car specifically, because you have this elevator that's original to the building, right? And that's part of the history. Let's tell our viewers about that piece of the puzzle.
So when it was a car dealership, Jane Flander and Rhonda Wilson was a part of the Stewart family, and they told me that they would lift up the cars and work on them on the whole second floor.
That is incredible.
And they said that they would play on the elevator when they were little girls and run around up there when their dad or grandpa or whoever was working on the old race cars. And so...
'Cause they used to race with Pokey West, who just passed,
Yes.
and there's a really cool tribute for him. We're all connected. That's what is so neat. Yeah.
And then, so it's kind of unusual. Wilford Vidito, who the family JWV, he came into Tour of Homes because he, back when it was Stewart's, he would come in and he would get the old oil and take the oil, which is probably not kosher anymore, and go dump it in the summer months on like the bedding for their sows.
Oh, sure.
To keep the dust down.
Yeah.
And he said, he told me some interesting stuff about up there, like there, where that dining room table is, there's like a curtain rod across that whole area where that metal comes down a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
And back before TV, it was the dealership's responsibility, because the Kiefers were dealers for the Pontiac and Cadillacs in town. They were supposed to hide a car in the property before they would release it in the newspapers.
Before the other marketing materials would go out, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
And so he said there would be a curtain there, and you were the talk of the town if you got to go see what the new model of the car looked like
If you had the first peek, yeah.
before it came out. So
With your work in marketing, I think that's probably very interesting to you as well, how that marketing has changed.
yeah, like, I mean, it's such a cool, I would not have known that if Wilford didn't come up and shared those things.
I love being able to get that history directly from the people that know it. Mike Zoss similarly has been on the
Yes.
show, and we've talked about important things like that.
Yeah,
That's great.
I love his segments too. So
Well, we're going to go to break. When we come back, we'll talk about some of your marketing and then anything else that we've missed. And of course, we have the birthday game. If you have a birthday shout out, please let us know in the chat, or you can email washialive@gmail.com. We'll see you after the break.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
I met Tammy about 20 years ago when her daughter was in Special Olympics and I was coaching. Told me that she was into doing senior benefits. We became even closer friends. She cares about everybody, especially the seniors. So call her.
Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm Jaron, that's Nick, and our guest is Rachel. Welcome back. So let's talk about your other job. We have the third thing to talk about in marketing.
Sure.
You work for
Integrity Builders and Supply,
Integrity Builders and Supply. They're based out of
New London, Iowa.
New London. So
Yes.
what's that like? What are you doing for Integrity Builders and Supply?
So I do marketing for them, make videos, TikToks, do interviews as well, do photography, just advertise their company. We specialize in hog buildings, and with Washington County being the #1 county in the state for hogs, it's pretty cool to be a part of.
Well, that is a good fit. On the break, we were talking about how you got into marketing, and it sounds like marketing got into you.
Yes.
How did that all come about?
So I was a stay-at-home mom, and I wanted to get back into working again. Tessa had started preschool, and so I took a job on it at Premier One Supplies. And I was there, hired on to take orders for goat and sheep supplies. And a weekend, they're like, "Hey, would you like to be a photographer for our catalog?" So.
And then marketing training on the job. Yeah.
There we go.
And you've worked a couple other places along the path.
Yes.
Where else have you been doing marketing?
Let's see here, Greiner Buildings, and I helped a little bit up at Stutzman's with some of their marketing, photography, and stuff like that.
And now into Integrity Builders and Supply.
Yes, yes.
Well, that is wonderful. What's a typical day? Is it different all of the time based on your projects, or do you have a pretty set routine and schedule?
It's very different all of the time, just because we do new construction builds, we do remodeling builds, and then we have a full service team. So yesterday I got to follow around one of our service techs and helped him on a job. So we were shooting video, or he was letting me shoot video of him doing his thing, and then it was cold, so I was hopping in the truck and unscrewing these little things for him.
Yeah, yesterday wasn't
It was not fun. It was cold. I have a big respect for people who do service work outside in the elements. So.
I do as well. We talk about this with the city,
Yeah.
which is 24/7. If something happens, there is
Yeah.
it's not weather dependent. It's still got to be done.
Right.
I think I would enjoy what you're doing because there's all of the change. I like variety.
I do too, and I'm pretty fortunate. I get to work from home and then just go out to job sites when the guys are like, "Hey, we're going to be doing this." So yeah.
Perfect. And these are beautiful. Is there a cost that you'd like to discuss, or does it depend on what they purchase and the size? What's the information about the pieces that you created?
So yeah, they're gallery wraps. This is, I think it's a 12 by 18, and it's $75, and then
And I see some large ones over here in the corner too. What size are those?
That one's an 18 by 24. I think that's 125. And then I have a big one, the 24 by 36, and that's like 225, I believe. So don't quote me on those because I don't have those written down.
But have to check with you. Yeah, happy to mention it because they're beautiful. And if they interest you, you can put something in the chat, or we'll put Rachel's information for a Facebook page in the chat as well, so you can find it. Do we have any birthdays?
Not in the chat.
Not in the chat, so after the fact. I do have a few birthdays to mention. Unless, have I missed anything that you'd like to mention yourself?
I think you kind of.
All right, sweet. Hey, it's been a fun show. We've had a couple banter shows. It's great to have a guest back and get into our 2023 year. Birthdays today, Jamie Schneider, Aaron Ryan, who I was snapping with, Lori Nichols, and Amanda Greiner all have birthdays today. Happy birthday to you. Tomorrow, Julie Tennis and Karen Wheeler. Happy birthday. And we have a few celebrity birthdays. Birthday game time. Are you familiar with it?
Heck yes, yes.
Let's see. I haven't done well in a minute, so.
We haven't really played it. I guess we played it when Matt was on the show.
You always
last
seem to
Friday.
nail it, though. You're so good.
You are kind. We'll play it out.
You're good.
Rachel, Jaron. What do we have?
Just getting right into it, the first celebrity we have is Rowan Atkinson, also known as Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean, I see it. Would you like to go first on this one?
Sure.
All right.
I'm
What do you
feeling
think?
76.
76. I think he's got the gray, but I'm going to go younger. I'm going to do 71.
Jaron barely gets a point. He is 68.
Oh,
Hasn't cracked
all right. I'll take it, though. We'll be competitive.
1-0. Next up, we have Eddie Redmayne.
He's played some interesting roles.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a small photo, but
All right. I guess I'm up first. I try to go by my, I don't know, 40, I'll say 43. I don't know, though.
I don't even know what he's. I don't watch a lot of movies or TV. 45.
All right. What do we have?
he is 41. So, Jaron, you get another point.
Oh, my God.
Hopping out.
I normally like to lose because it's a nicer way to have a guest, but We have 2 more, so let's see what happens.
Next up is Kate McKinnon from Saturday Night Live. Probably in some movies that I haven't seen, but Saturday Night Live is where she's most famous from.
All right, you're up.
I'll do 42.
I'll do. Oh, I feel like I have an advantage. I know that. I think she's older than that, but is well preserved. 45.
She is 39, so it's 2 to
What?
1. 2 to 1 now.
Ooh.
2 to 1 now.
I thought she was older. All right.
The last one, I gotta click through a bunch of photos to get to them.
I see
We have
his name, but I don't know.
Norman Reedus from
Walking
Meet Reedus
Dead?
from Walking Dead. Yep.
Yeah, I've seen him. I didn't follow all of Walking Dead through to the end.
Oh,
but-
I've never seen that.
They let it go way too long.
I don't.
What is it?
I don't
Zombies?
do
It's zombies,
scary.
yeah. But they just let it go on for
I'm not a
way
big
too long. They
horror
should have
fan.
canceled
I'm
it.
not at all.
It's more like drama.
Yeah.
Not as much horror. Horror. Anyway, who's up for the guest first?
Oh,
Wait. So she went
Rachel?
first on Rowan.
So I think I'm up.
Yes, you're up.
All right, I will guess. 47. Maybe he's younger and just rode hard, put away well.
yeah.
You can tie it with this.
I'll do. You said 47?
I said 47. Are you giving hand signals over there?
No?
No, he's not. I'm going to say. I'll go 46.
You're going on right under. Like
I don't know.
He is 54, so
Oh,
we're gonna end it with
you got
Jaron winning
it.
it 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
You get another trophy.
Game. I guess I'm collecting them, but we'll have to have you back to play again. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me. This has been fun.
All right, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I did too. Thank you for watching Washington Live. If there's anything we should know, put it in the chat. Our next episode, we'll have Lane Wyrick from Snap Delivered. We'll see you soon. Have a great day.